Hello and welcome to our monthly update on what people are watching in the UK. In May, total identified viewing dropped to an average of 222 minutes daily. This was down 3% on both last month and May 2024. In this month's What People Watch, we used the first heatwave of 2025 to start thinking about Christmas. This makes more sense when we consider that Christmas campaign planning is well underway. Christmas produces changes in behaviour, which are not necessarily helpful for those planning an advertising campaign. So, if we look at viewing behaviour over the last 3 Christmas periods, what can we understand about the way viewers' habits change? While the overall pattern is perhaps expected, viewing over-indexes at the end of the quarter, there are some interesting points of nuance. For these 3 years, the 47th week of the year has covered November 18 to 27. This is the week before November payday for many people, which may suggest that viewers are watching more TV because they have less money or don't want to spend ahead of the need to buy Christmas presents in early December. This might be leading audiences to stay at home and watch more TV than in surrounding weeks. We should also recognise that in each of these years, Black Friday occurred in week 47, while in 2023 and 2024, this week was the first full week of I'm a Celebrity on ITV. The latter is clearly pulling in viewers, while the former could be a reason to activate campaigns in this week for some brands, or be avoided by others. Moving on to consider the different screens people can view on, we need to narrow our focus. Here we see that 16 to 34s in 2024 increased their weekly viewing regardless of device to a point where non-TV viewing over-indexes for 4 consecutive weeks covering November. This holds for 2022 and 2023, not shown here for clarity. Again, the penultimate week of November, week 47, is interesting, being the only week in Q4 where the viewing on TV and non-TV screens over-indexes, before non-TV viewing starts to fall away against the quarter average. This could be the sweet spot for those planning TV campaigns that make use of inventory across all 4 screens. Presented with data such as these, it might be tempting to disregard the TV set at times. However, data for the last 3 years show that in Q4, viewing is consistently higher in volume terms on the TV set than away from it. In fact, we can see that the balance has tipped in favour of the TV set at an overall level. Finally, we can consider co-viewing on TV sets. As we would expect, this grows during Q4, from 38% of all commercial TV set viewing time to 42% in week 51, before surging to 50% in week 52, the week containing Christmas Day itself. Again, if we index co-viewing against the Q4 average, week 47 is the point at which co-viewing becomes more likely than average. So, should all advertising campaigns be focused on week 47, the penultimate week of November? While Amazon seem to feel it works for Black Friday, that isn't going to hold true for all. Each brand has far more nuanced considerations than to fit into such a sweeping generalisation. Perhaps, though, some of the interplay between volume, devices and co-viewing can point towards an early Christmas present for those trying to make sense of the great British public's festive viewing habits. If so, Merry Christmas from Barb, even if it is June.